that Jerry has had for quite some time. So we thank you all for supporting us, and thank you, Susan, for everything that you've done. I do want to recognize Kevin Whitaker, our Parks Director, for helping with all of this and putting up with our vision. And then also John Simonson, our confetti popper, also made some really cool landscape lighting, and also decided that we needed real lights on the carriage. So that's a great addition too. So we're really thankful to Copper Creek Electric for everything that they did. And I'm going to turn it over to Jim.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here today. This is a really good sized crowd. I just remember Mrs. Gwell when she had this vision of what this museum should look like after the library had moved out and moved into the new facility. And she showed it, she actually had it all drawn out. We looked at it, we found ways to fund it, we got it done for her. The last thing we thought we needed was the stagecoach with horses. And then I remember bickering with Mr. At the time, Alderman Ferris Bibb, who wanted 4 horses. I think I wanted 2, and we didn't know if we could afford 4, and how are we going to do this? And Mandy and I got together with Kevin and other staff, and we started thinking about how we're going to get this done. We looked at a couple of different artists, and ended up going with one from Columbia. These folks that built the strawberries up in Portland. And when we went up there and met with them, they said, this is what we think you need. And they really went to town getting the horses and painting them. Went to Amish people, folks to make the I guess what we call the wagon wheels and the horses' reins, that type of thing. So we wanted it to be a photo opportunity. That's why we have this poll out here so people can do singles. But how we're going to pay for it is about a $60,000 project. We had some volunteers, thanks to Dr. Kettle and others, and then we were able to use hotel motel tax that we received for tourism dollars. So once we had enough in the bank that we could do this, we did this. So again, I want to thank all of you for coming today. What a wonderful evening it is for this. And Robertson County Historical Society, thank you for coming here from Springfield. Most of you coming from that way and coming all the way over here. We really appreciate it, and I hope you have a really good picnic.
That's great. I love getting some applause. Thank y'all for coming tonight. I'm very excited to have this many people here for the ribbon cutting, and then to go and see the debut of our dramatization we'll have out front tonight. This drama will also be given every hour at the top of the hour at the gathering, which is Saturday the 21st. So it's very soon, and we'd love everybody to come back and be a part of that. It is a living history event. We're going to be so full in this parking lot with the demonstrators that you'll have to park over at the park and walk over. We're very excited. They'll be all out on the grounds and also inside the museum. I'd love to have y'all come. Again, that's this Saturday from 9 to 4. 9 to 3, excuse me, 9 to 3. The thing I did this weekend was 9 to 4. But thanks again for coming. I'm going to give you a little bit of history about White House. Most people do not know, or some people do, this is not the original White House. It is a replica. Our original inn sat over on 31W. There is a marker there, a historic marker, near Advanced Auto Parts, kind of out in front of it, and that is near the property where the original inn was. It was built by Robert S. Wilkes, we believe around 1829, 1830. And he built it along a path that was well traveled. It started as a buffalo trail. So other people started traveling it, and so he built his home along that path. I think he had a little foresight maybe, seeing what might come to pass. His house was whitewashed. And during that time, most homes were just wood, just plain wood on the outside. So he had a little bit of a different style going on, and it was whitewashed. About the mid-1830s, the stagecoach started stopping at the White House. And the stagecoach drivers are actually the ones that named us. They would tell the other people they were passing along the way, oh, we stopped at the White House, or we're stopping at the White House up ahead, or you might find accommodations at the White House. So our name kind of stuck, and for a long time we were the White House. Finally, when we incorporated, we did drop the. We haven't been incorporated for very long, just since 1971, but that was our third incorporation, so third time's a charm. But this building here was built in 1986. It was a project of the community of our new Chamber of Commerce, which opened in 1984. They came together with this other citizens in the area and worked to build a library. It was part of Governor Lamar Alexander's Tennessee homecoming. The governor wanted communities to come together to archive their community in some way and also serve their community in some way. So it served as our library and the archival part. There was a small museum upstairs, but also, of course, the front of the building is just like the original inn. So we have some students that are ready for us to come out into the front yard in front of the stagecoach. The stagecoach will be their stage. So we will go out there. These students are from White House High School, and they're from the advanced theater class. And we're all pleased to have the students join in with us and working on this play. And also they're going to be with us at the gathering. So if y'all will follow us around to the front yard, back where we had the ribbon cutting, that'll be great. Thank y'all.
I still remember the first time I visited this place. The pretty blue skies, nice, pretty green grass. I emigrated here from New England as an indentured servant. I paid off my debts looking for business somewhere else. After I paid them off, I came down here looking for business opportunity. And as you can see, I found one. Stagecoaching. The prime method of transportation for the whole wide West. I figured I could make a pretty penny off of it, and sure enough I did. And aside from the occasional robbery from good custom, it made out pretty well. But for years of stagecoaching, it taught me to appreciate a lot of things. The scenery, the roads, most importantly, being in the driver's seat. You know, the layers of leather in the back don't make for the most pleasant ride, so I try to appreciate the little things. But I have seen some bigger names come down here before. Two namely ones. First, you ever heard of P.T. Barnum? Well, I took him and Jenny Lynn down here to this here motel. It was a big honor to have given them a ride. The only other name that even comes close to that was in 1830 with President Andrew Jackson. I took him here and from this here motel. Imagine that, the honor I felt, a humble immigrant transporting the President of the United States. But it taught me to appreciate a lot of things. Most of all, this beautiful pioneer town.
Here we are, Miss Lynn. The Tyree Springs Inn. Yes, you draw quite the crowd, Miss Lynn. Shall I go see about my rooms?
I am quite tired.
Very well. Stay here, and I will go speak to the innkeeper.
Mr. Barnum, a request. These people have been so welcoming. Maybe we can do something special. A concert, perhaps. It would be a gift from the heart.
A concert? At this hour? Miss Lynn, this is hardly the place for a performance of your caliber.
Come now, I've performed in less grand locations before. If I can perform for the people in bustling cities, surely I can bring a touch of joy to this charming town.
You must understand, Miss Lynn. Your health and your safety is my main priority. We've been traveling for quite some time now, and you need to rest. That is precisely why I am so cautious about such ventures.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Barnum, but these people have been so welcoming. Surely a short concert shouldn't be so taxing. I mean, it could be an adventure. You yourself have always spoken of the thrill of the unexpected.
It's not the thrill I'm concerned about, Miss Lynn. It's the practicality of the situation. We cannot simply impose a concert upon them without preparation.
Trust me, Mr. Barnum. It will be spontaneous delight, and the people are already here.
Very well, Miss Lynn. Perhaps you may be right. This could be an adventure worth having. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention for a moment, please? Thank you for being so welcoming and so kind. You've been so welcoming and so kind that she would like to perform a concert for you all. Who is she, you may ask? None other than the Swedish Nightingale, Miss Jenny Lind. Now, speaking of her, may I introduce the Swedish Nightingale, the woman with the voice of an angel, Miss Jenny Lind.
Dear friends, thank you so much for being so welcoming. I am honored to share a song with you tonight. I hope it brings a big smile to your face as this town has. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. We've been there without the wind, like as the sun. We've known there's praise to sing God's name. Then we first
Ladies and gentlemen, Jenny Lind.
Thank y'all for watching, and sorry for the audio, but that helps us for Saturday. Okay.